Hello guys. Welcome back to my channel, Writing Practices. Today, we are going to learn how to write an SAP appeal letter. What is an SAP appeal letter? A SAP or Satisfactory Academic Progress appeal letter is a formal request from a student to their college's financial aid office. It's used when a student's financial aid has been suspended due to academic performance issues. The letter explains any extenuating circumstances, like health problems or personal hardships, and asks for reconsideration of their aid eligibility based on these factors. The financial aid office reviews the appeal and accompanying documentation to decide whether to reinstate the student's financial aid. Here, Writing Practices will show you how to write an SAP appeal letter step by step. Check this out. First of all, you need to write the date of the letter. And then, write the information about the recipient. It is okay if you don't know their name. Just write the office name. And the university name as well. In this example, the letter is addressed to the financial aid office, in Hogwarts University. After that, write the address of the office or university. You need to mention the number, street name, city, state, and zip code when you write the address. And don't forget to write the subject of the letter. This is not a must but highly recommended. So, you write, Satisfactory Academic Progress or SAP Appeal. And open the letter with salutation. Since you don't know their name, you can just write to whom it may concern. Or write, Dear Sir or Madam. In the first paragraph, you need to tell the reason why you are writing this letter. Of course, you want to appeal your SAP status. And you need to mention which academic year as well as the name of your university. For example, you can simply write, I am writing to appeal my Satisfactory Academic Progress or SAP status for financial aid eligibility for the 2023 to 2024 academic year at Springfield University. And after mentioning your intention, you can then introduce yourself. You should mention your full name. And mention also your student ID. For example, the writer's name is Harry Potter. And his student ID is 666666. After doing introduction, in the second paragraph, this is where you explain why your academic performance going down. Before that, you have to admit first that you know your academic performance doesn't meet SAP standard. You can write something like, I acknowledge that my academic performance has fallen short of the SAP standards set by Hogwarts University. And tell also how you understand the consequences. In this example, this performance is resulting in the suspension of the writer's financial aid. After admitting that your performance going down, now is the best time to explain why. This is not to defend yourself, or excuse, but to spit the fact. Therefore, you must be honest. In this example, the writer told the recipient about the challenges the writer faced during the previous academic year. And you can mention the main issues you faced. Briefly explain the circumstances, such as personal health issues and family responsibilities. Or mention your current situation that may be more critical than this. Admit how this circumstances significantly impacted your ability to meet these standards. By writing this clearly, the recipient will notice how you sound regretful. After stating that you acknowledge your bad performance, and explaining the reason, in this third paragraph, you can continue by convincing the recipient that you have changed. You need to write all details how you try your best to improve your academic performance after your suspension. So, you can write, Since my suspension, I have taken proactive steps to address these challenges and improve my academic standing. Of course, you must be honest. Instead of giving promises that you will do better, you can prove it. Write all details how you are trying to improve it. For example, the writer here has sought academic counseling. The writer also engaged in tutoring sessions. Not only that, the writer also adjusted his study habits. To show that you are really serious, it is highly recommended that you send your academic plan. For example, you can write, "I have attached my academic improvement plan," and give more details about it. For example, it outlines your strategies for achieving and maintaining SAP moving forward, and so on. The recipient needs to know your efforts here. After convincing the recipient that you can overcome your internal problems and fix your academic performance after the suspension, now is the right time to tell your request. Yes, you want to get your financial aid back. So you have to ask politely. For example, you can write, "I kindly request that the Financial Aid Committee reconsider my financial aid status in light of my commitment to academic improvement and my plan to meet SAP standards in the upcoming academic year." You can also modify the words based on your preference. You just need to make it polite and straightforward. And write the reason why you are confident about this. Like you may have read the policies that you can gain back the financial aid after showing improvements or so on. Well, if you don't know what to write, just simply copy this. "I understand the importance of satisfactory academic progress, and I am determined to meet and exceed the required standards to regain my financial aid eligibility." This is formal and polite, so you don't need to hesitate to use it in your letter. In order to proceed your request, there must be some procedures to follow. You can ask the recipient to inform you about that. Simply write, "Please let me know if there are any additional steps or documentation required to facilitate this process." Of course, you have to ask it politely. And then, write your personal contact information. You can give your phone number and email address as well. Make sure that both contacts are accessible. Here, the recipient may need to ask questions or more details. Therefore, welcome the recipient to contact you for any further information or clarification. And don't forget to thank the recipient. Simply write, "Thank you for your consideration of my appeal." And show how you really wait for the recipient's response. You can write something like, "I appreciate your assistance in this matter and look forward to a positive resolution." And finally, you can close the letter with "Sincerely." Add your signature and write your full name under it. So, that's how you write an SAP appeal letter step by step. I hope you regain the financial aid you deserve. And I hope you can pursue your education and dreams with no obstacles. Thank you for watching, and see you on top, my bestie.